Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open the Board of Public Works and Safety. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets,
Present.
Greg Miller,
Present.
Megan Sheets,
Present remotely.
So that we're trying to work this all out so she can be with us today. So if you have any problems hearing us, just let us know.
Will do. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, next we have the minutes from the October 23rd special meeting and also the October 23rd special meeting, so special and regular. Can we just approve those at the same time, Alicia? There shouldn't be a problem. Okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes for October 23rd special meeting and October 23rd regular meeting of 2023.
I'll second.
Roll call, please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Megan Sheets,
Aye.
Okay, next we have the claims approval that the clerk treasurer's office has prepared.
Let him hear it. I'll make a motion we accept claims tonight as presented.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Megan Sheets,
Aye.
Okay. Were there any public comments? Beth, nothing. Okay, I'm going to move things around a little bit because we have a lot of visitors here this evening. So we're going to move the new business up to just under the public comments. So where'd Kimberly go? Kimberly, okay.
So November 1st was Going the Extra Mile Day. Going the Extra Mile Day is a nationally recognized day across the United States to highlight and recognize individuals and or organizations that go above and beyond for others in the community. Mayor Sheets in the city of Frankfort presented Trinity Hope Center with a proclamation on November 1st during their annual event with Healthy Communities. Tonight, Mayor Sheets would like to present the staff of Trinity Hope Center with a plaque to commemorate everything that they do and all of their hard work to better our community. And it takes one person at a time. This is not an easy job, but one that they've been called to do. So we thank you for all of your hard work and that you're making a huge difference in our community. So if you guys want to come on up here, Mayor Sheets has a...
I have a plaque to present to you, and I just thank everyone for being here. And I think you all know how I feel about you. I love all of you. I love what you do in our community, and I love to see the great things that are going on. Okay.
Who let Jolie?
So yes, this extra mile is something that's done nationwide, and we were asked to participate in it. And so Kimberly and I came up with, we thought you were most deserving of this, everything that you do in our community. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate everything. And I love you. I really do. Look over here.
Nope, you're good. I was over your shoulder. You're good.
I appreciate all of you. I love you. I'm gonna give you all.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And there's Heather.
Thanks,
Hi,
Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. What would we do without all of you? Hi, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all. You're welcome to stay if you want to stay for this exciting meeting. Just in case you didn't want to. We would just let you go for more. Thank you. Thank you.
We would disrupt.
Oh, no. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then also in that same evening, the city of Frankfort was recognized as well for our, we're Organization of the Year, for our support for healthy communities and the different organizations. So pretty proud of that. We should be excited. Okay, department reports. Where's Scott? Scott. Chief Shoemaker.
Good evening.
Aye.
For 2024, we've asked to change some job descriptions and pretty much modify an existing position. So I don't want to read these verbatim, but for the first position, the council has approved our budget request next year to create two positions, separate positions, the building custodian and building maintenance. These people would serve both the Old Stony City Building and the police department. The custodian job description that I sent last week, or no, maybe Friday, I don't remember when I sent Sunday. Thanks, Carol. There was the position just for the public. The purpose of this job is to perform cleaning and general housekeeping tasks for Old Stony, the police department, and surrounding grounds. The position would work first half of the day at the police department, the second half at Old Stony. The question I had for the board in the job description, using the salary ordinance for 24 for the $31,200 is it 30 hours a week? In my description, I've requested the 6 hour and 15-minute day with a paid time for a break and also to get to Old Stony. But if the board, that would put the hourly wage at $19.20. If we want to put it back up to 20, then I would just,
The 30.
no, $20 an hour
Oh, $20 an hour.
at 30
Okay.
hours a week.
Okay,
would-
so
would-
you're saying that if we go to the 6 hours and 15 minutes.
It would be $19.20 an hour, plus benefits. The city is elected to provide paid time off and insurance, so we can, whatever you guys want to do on that. It would just, there'd be some time between buildings for a small break. Mhm.
My preference is to keep it at the original budget intent of $20 an hour. And I would even suggest that include the 15-minute travel time to get between buildings back and forth. I don't think we're going to lose productivity if we pay for the transition time of 15 minutes.
So if, other than that, making that change in the position summary, I would ask that the board approve it with that change.
Yes, we'll go back to the 6 hours a day for 5 days a week.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept the building custodian position as presented by Chief Shoemaker with the amended changes to the 6 hour a day period.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
That one's approved.
And then for the maintenance mechanic for the Old Stony and Police Department, as well as in charge of fleet services, overseeing all city vehicles. This job will be responsible for maintaining both buildings by repairing various vehicles, equipment, devices, and surroundings. The person will be required to perform routine vehicle and equipment repairs on all city vehicles, minus the street department vehicles. The person must be able to work on various size engines, tasks such as oil and filter changes, transmission, tie rod suspension. What we're simply saying, we're not going to find somebody that can work on every car, but can do the normal day-to-day, especially that we do on our police cars now, to be able to have the experience or knowledge to do those tasks. And then also be responsible for if there is warranty work or jobs outside their scope or ability to make those appointments and deliver said vehicle to a repair shop. That the person will be required to check in with the police chief and the mayor to ensure both buildings are in working order. And the list is extensive of some of the things that this person would have to do, but mostly their main job would be maintenance of the buildings and the vehicles.
And if this does get passed this evening, that would include Building Services Department along with the Parks Department. So
Yeah, I would ask that.
general maintenance, I mean, if it's something major that they can't do, that's one thing, but like oil changes, that type thing.
Yeah, what I'll ask the board after this is approved to allow me to, one, get an inventory and require all department heads other than Jason to provide VINs, vehicle, make and model and year, so that we can put them in our system. We keep track of all of our vehicles in Spillman. We can add all city vehicles to that to keep maintenance records and oil changes and whatnot. But then also, as the board, at maybe the next meeting, prepare a policy for departments to follow in terms of reporting vehicle issues through email, phone calls, or whatever the situation warrants.
Not only vehicles, but this is also maintenance on the building, the Old Stony, and also the police department. Any type of maintenance that they can perform without having to call a vendor in.
Right, and this person would be responsible for calling vendors, approved city vendors for issues that are outside of their realm.
I'll make the motion that we approve the job description of the maintenance mechanic position that's been presented to us.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, that job description's been passed.
The records clerk would form the role as a receptionist as well. The front desk of the new building, the employee will perform and complete staff work for the police department. The employee will handle all incoming phone calls and walk-in traffic during normal business hours, and the position will support the administrative services division by processing record of requests.
Somebody have any questions? Okay, you okay, Megan? Do you have any questions for Scott?
Abs- No, it's a needed position with the functionality of the building. This is exciting.
Yes.
So I'll make the motion that we approve the records clerk position as presented by Chief Shoemaker.
I second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay.
The final job description is another position that we, as we built the new building and planned for a day that we would have a dedicated individual in overseeing all property evidence, body camera footage, car footage. A lot of these jobs that we've merged to this position was held by our systems administrator. We've elected to put more workload on our outside IT vendor, who has agreed to, has learned a lot, like all of us, in the last few weeks. And so this person would be, it's just a civilian position within the police department that would support and handle all aspects of crime scene investigation. The responsibilities would include call-outs, be available after hours. We don't expect them to be on call 24/7. So currently we rely on other departments sometimes for crime scenes, which at this point, we only have a few crime scenes that rise to the level of needing a technician. The crime scene investigator will perform a variety of different skilled criminal identification tasks in lab and field. This person may develop latent fingerprint searching, collecting, preserving, and identifying physical evidence of crime scenes, preparing type reports, and testifying in court. The work environment could involve high-risk or dangerous situations that require a variety of safety regulations and precautions. This person will be in charge of all evidence and found property stored at the department, and the evidence includes but not limited to body camera video, vehicle camera video, and department interview room video. I mean, daily we're receiving requests from prosecutor's office and whatnot for this type of video. Deputy Chief Munoz is currently handling that and will until January, as well as records and IT and a lot of other things. So this position is new to our department, but most police departments our size have created such a position, having a crime scene investigator. This person will also work and analyze crime in our city, in turn also provide a weekly what we call a hot sheet to our officers. You know, when people call you or us about speeders and other high occurrences of crimes, vehicle theft, break-ins, that kind of thing. This person will be responsible for providing all of these different cases into some sort of newsletter type thing to be disseminated to the department on a weekly basis so that the officers have a fresh intelligence report essentially for patrol and our detectives. So that is the job. At this point, we do not have any, our crime lab that we put in the new building doesn't have the equipment necessarily. That's just something that we could look at later. They could do a lot right now with what we do have at the department, but responding to homicides, suicides, suspicious deaths, arson, armed robberies, child abuse, sexual battery, and those kind of things. And so they will help. Currently, the detectives do all that work. They process the scene, they do their report, they find victims, chase suspects. Now that with this person, they will be able to focus purely on the crime and how it happened and who did it, and let the crime scene investigator tell them through their reporting and analyzation, which would save, frees up some time for our detectives to focus on their case. Currently, our detective has the double duty of running the property and evidence room. And so this person, by overseeing that, frees up them to work their cases. Any questions?
Sure. Just looking over the variety of the responsibilities and duties, it's a pretty diverse area here. And this is a civilian position. Is that going to be difficult to find someone with these skills in the civilian setting?
Based on the salary that we were going to for our systems administrator next year, we've talked to other departments, other potential, other crime scene investigators in the civilian area, and they're actually impressed with the city's starting salary. I think we're about $1,000 less than Boone County, and it took them about 8 years to get there. So at this point, I'm optimistic with the job that the salary is comparable to other cities and counties.
And those people are out there that can do this array of services in the civilian position?
I mean, there are people out there, but the state, through the Law Enforcement Academy, has a class for crime scene investigators. It's depending on, I believe there's several phases of it, maybe 2 weeks at a time over a certain period, that they would be able to do all these things through the state in their training.
And would you prefer that to be someone local as opposed, because it shows here that scheduled to be available any hour of the day for that. So would that be pertinent for you to have somebody local, or is it okay to be outside?
I mean,
a certain
honestly,
area?
honestly, I'd love for somebody who's interested in being a police officer one day come in here and learn this job, because this job the tools and trades they learn could be, only help us, if they're on the road. So that would be my goal, is to recruit somebody that can become a police officer here within a year, 2, 3, whatever.
I'll make the motion that we accept the crime scene investigator as presented by Chief Shoemaker.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Now, the bad news,
We're not taking any.
we're not taking any. On November 1st, 2023, I was, and I've known this for a couple years, that Officer Jordan Kuglars would be seeking to leave our department and return back closer to home in Illinois. And so after a few years of talking with her, and I asked her a few months ago if she could wait till November, and she did. So I really do appreciate her and her service to the city of Frankfort as we were dealing with the things this past summer. She had come to me and didn't really want to put more on my plate. So I asked her to wait till November, and she did. So on November 16th at 11:59 p.m., Jordan is asked to resign her position as a police officer. She would like to take the opportunity to thank the department for the knowledge and experience gained during her time here. So after 5 years of service to the city of Frankfort, we appreciate her. We hate to see her go, but we support her and her new family, and we ask that the city accept that for the 16th at midnight.
I will make the motion that we accept Jordan's resignation effective November 16th at midnight, and also with the Board of Works and the city's appreciation.
I'll second that motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Megan Sheets,
Aye.
Be sure and let Jordan know that we do appreciate her service to our community and to our city. Hate to lose her, but I understand.
Well, back to good news. I have her replacement. We have 3 young individuals who we will hope to have to you in December
Okay.
to bring us back to full staff. They still have to go through medical testing, physical testing, drug testing, all that. So I can't release that. But hopefully after Thanksgiving, they will. I'll have to come before you to bring those 3 on board and we have the new grant. So we'll be full staff for about a day, and then we will advertise our positions that we received in the grant. So we're going to wait until the first of the year to even start filling.
Okay.
That's my report. Anything?
Do I have anything? Megan?
Nothing, Mayor. Thank you, Chief Shoemaker.
All right,
Yes,
thank you.
thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Fire Department, Chief Stidham.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Megan, I hope you're feeling better, getting along well.
Thank. Every day, I think stitches come out tomorrow. So.
Oh, nice. I just have a few things here. Go ahead, Megan.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to say not a minute too soon, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Couple things I just wanted to bring up today. One is I have a resignation letter for the Division of Training position. It was Matt Kinslow, or Aaron Kinslow, he goes by. This is all in preparation for the changes that we're going to make the first year. So the restructuring, we're going to have a day shift training officer. So I would just read quickly and have you accept this. It says, Dear Chief, I am writing you today to submit my resignation letter. I will be resigning from my role as Division Captain of Training. I'd like to express my gratitude for my new role as a lieutenant for the Frankfort Fire Department. I am confident that this experience and skills I have gained here will continue to serve this department and the great community of Frankfort. Sincerely, thank you for all your support to the city, Lieutenant Aaron Kinslow. So I just would ask that you would accept that, his resignation as the training officer in preparation for the new training officer that will be taking over January 1st.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Matt Kinslow as the training officer of the Frankfort Fire Department.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Megan Sheets,
Aye.
Next thing I have is I would like to get the permission to the board to take Michael Klein off of probation. He reached his 1-year mark on October 30th. He's completed all the training, all the requirements set forth by the department and the city to become a first-class firefighter. So I would ask that the city take him off of probation at this time and make him a first-class firefighter with the Frankfort Fire Department.
I'll make the motion that we take Michael Klein off probation and institute him as a first-class firefighter following his 1-year probation.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Megan Sheets,
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. And the last thing that I have, I just want to kind of bring everybody up to speed. I do every time we come to the meeting with Engine 3. It is still currently at McQueen's being repaired. We're looking at the ECM now, possibly. I was hoping I was going to hear something today, but unfortunately I did not. But one of the things I wanted to make sure that I brought to your attention which is not always great news, but it's kind of better news for me right now, is we asked them to give us a bill for everything that we have up till now. And I was highly surprised that the bill is only $13,998 as of current. So that's a lot of the engine work that they've already done. This is not the ECM and the work towards it. I was expecting closer to $20,000 to $30,000, so I was kind of highly excited when I seen that. We do have the funds to repair the truck, so we're not going to be asking for any additional money. Everything's good on our end. It's just a matter of wanting to make sure you guys were informed of where we were at with the truck.
Okay, thank you.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Street Department, Jason Forsythe.
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, Megan. Hurry back.
Hello there. Okay, I'd love to.
I've got several things here. Sorry, Scott. First of all, I want to bring to the Board of Works our tire changer at the shop is shot. And obviously we got tires we need to change and things we need to do within the department when it comes to tires. So I reached out to Napa, myself and the mechanics, and looked at a tire changer. Spoke to the Board of Works at the planning session the other day, but wanted to bring it to the Board of Works about a tire changer. $18,949 is the cost of the tire changer. And we are actually looking to still maybe try to pay that out of this year's budget. We were looking to maybe, if we couldn't get it all in this year's budget, possibly looking at next year's, but we're still looking at that for now. And I think we meet, what is that, tomorrow or Thursday or something?
Yeah.
With the mayor and Carol about encumbrances and things like that. So we'll talk more about that. But it's something that they will come and install for us. And everything's really ready to go. We take the old one out, put the new one in, and just keep on plugging. So I'd appreciate if we could get that taken care of, and so we can get that ordered and get that moving.
Okay, well, just keep us updated on the funding and if
Will do.
you need help. on-
I think we might be okay this year, but
Okay,
me and Christina have been talking. She was out today, so we'll continue our talks tomorrow and try to figure something out.
okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of the tire changer for the street department, the sum of $18,949.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Thank you very much. As Scott did, I have a few job descriptions to go over with all of you. I appreciate the city council and the Board of Works' support. Some of these job descriptions are simply just a few changes to what we already had. I think I highlighted all the changes for you. The first one I wanted to go over with was a new job description in mechanic / building and grounds. Be moving one of our mechanics into this position. If you'd like me to go over the things I've changed in the job description, I can do that for you. Just let me know. But that is the first one I'd like to go over, and that'd be, like I said, one of our mechanics going to a mechanic building and grounds. And this individual, like I said, in the past has done a lot for our department with inside the department. He's taken on a lot of extra duties as far as the mechanic's job description goes, but this would be in addition to, he's done a lot of electrical work, drywall work, things of that nature at our shop. So he's kind of my go-to guy when we need things done like that. So I'd appreciate the approval of this job description.
And this fits into the salary ordinance and the
Yes.
budget for next year.
Yes.
I'll make the motion that we approve. And would you consider this a revised, by the way?
That's
Job
how,
description?
that's how I would consider it. Probably the easiest way, Megan, to do. We could make it a new job description too. That's whatever you guys think. This is just, there's probably 5 or 6 additional responsibilities that I added to the mechanic job description. Greg asked me a little bit about it today. So however you guys would like to handle it, I think I've got it titled differently than mechanic, but like I said, I've added 5 or 6 different responsibilities to that.
Well, in my viewpoint, and I'd like consensus of my fellow Board of Works members, it seems as if it would, to title it as a revised or an updated job description. In other words, it did exist prior to tonight, but it's evolving. So I just want to make sure we know we're not retiring an old one, but we're enhancing it. How do we identify that?
Well, we still have,
best?
I still have another mechanic that'll still be in that mechanic's job description. And
Okay.
also another, and I have 6 other operators, Megan, that'll still remain operators. They're just, and I'll
Okay.
kind of explain to you on the next one as we get to that one too.
Right. Okay. Well, focusing on this one, I'll offer the motion that we approve the mechanic and building and grounds job description as presented this evening.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
And this one would be the same situation. Just so you know, Megan, this is a equipment operator / mechanic. So this individual does, like I said, operates all of our large machinery, backhoes, loaders, graders, things of that nature. But also I've changed and added some additional responsibilities for what he does in the back, helping with the mechanics, either when they're off on vacation or if they have some larger projects, engine work or things like that. This individual will go back and assist them along with, other things as well within the department. Mechanical issues, diagnostic testing even, and just general maintenance of the building. This individual helps us in all those areas in addition to his operator position.
Great.
Yeah, and Megan,
Jason?
Yes.
I talked to Jason earlier today and went through the job descriptions, and it appears as though both those mechanics are going to be doing basically or can do basically the same thing. So it'll be nice when one of them is gone or busy, the other one can step in and do that same work. So it looked like it would fit the bill for the mechanic for both of those positions.
May I make a note that the effective date on the description that you're looking at needs to be updated to tonight's date?
Oh, it does say February.
Yep.
I did change that on my copies. I must have forgot to change it on yours.
That's okay. We'll get it changed.
And once we get all these approved, she'll have to give them to Cheryl and probably get signatures and stuff anyway, so, okay. This is 13th on Monday.
I'll make a motion that we accept the equipment operator and mechanic. Are you ready for that, Megan?
Yes, I was just going to express appreciation to Jason for getting these as detailed as they needed to be. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So I'll make the motion that we accept the job description of the equipment operator mechanic as presented this evening, and also dated effective November 13th, 2023.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
And just one last one, the administrative assistant position that we have at the street department. I've also done some changes and added some responsibilities to that as well. As you're all aware, every year we have to do an MVH annual operations report, which we show 50% of our MVH budget going to road improvements. That's something that I believe the State Board of Accounts started several years ago, and we've been doing that for the last several years. So I've added that responsibility because Christina obviously helps me with that when it comes to payroll. We've moved some guys to different budgets because of that to help show that 50%. That's not always an easy thing to do. Obviously now with automated trash, he helps me monitor all the automated trash can locations and takes care of any of the additional cans that are needed from the public, and then stays in contact with the girls at the utilities to get all that switched over and make sure people are paying for the additional can and those cans are correct. Making sure all MS4 information is given to the person responsible for keeping up-to-date records. We have a couple different guys within the department as well as myself that work into MS4 every year, and obviously that's a key time of for all departments for that matter to be able to get that information and get approval and be okayed for MS4, just for anything that landfill that we take care of. So would like to just update this for obviously November 13th, 2023 for the administrative assistant job description.
I'll make the motion that we approve the updated job description for the administrative assistant for the street department.
I second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason.
The next thing I have a few reports here, but the next thing I had was the CSX mowing contract. There's a couple different locations that we mow in town for the railroad. One of them is they're both down by the old the American Body Shop. The contract is for $1,500 per year for us to mow it. I talked to Jake today, and we probably mow that 6 or 7 times a year, which isn't too bad. And there's another small section further north. The one's right across from the American Body Shop on Morrison Street, and then one's a little further north, a little small patch that we do north of there towards Kiger for them as well. So just wanted to get the Board of Works approval so I can sign this contract, and I appreciate Don getting it to me, so we can send it back to them so we can get paid for doing what we're doing. So we've been doing this for quite some time.
Several years.
I'll make a motion that we accept the CSX mowing contract as presented tonight.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Let's see here, let me find this last thing. I apologize to you both. I don't think you guys got a copy of this, but I got a hold of Carol. Over the weekend, I received a contract from Butler, Fairman, and Seifert, engineering company that we've worked with, I believe, since I came in, well, at least since we've been doing community crossings anyway, to do several different things. I kind of wanted to go over these different costs. They help us with our PASER ratings for our CCMG, which we have to have each individual road with a PASER rating so we can apply for community crossings. An MVH analysis, which I want to go over a little bit. That's something I gave you guys today. And Megan, I gave you a copy, but you probably haven't seen it yet, but that's some good news we'll go over here shortly.
Okay.
And then our asset management plan, which is what we have, is another must for our community crossings. There's some things on this contract that we may not need. So the number I'm going to provide you is a number that will be the most we will have to go with. And I've asked him to work it out in the budget. And I also asked the council to give me some additional monies in our next year's budget to cover what I knew was coming with this. We do this every 2 years for basically community crossings, but it's a big help to me. And this, they keep up to date mapping, and then I can continue to change that map with the changes we do with each individual road we pave every year. So we kind of work together, but all the paperwork and all this that they do, and we have to have that to be able to go after those hundreds of thousands of dollars that we are looking at each year. But the total is $9,850. One of the MVH analysis that I'm going to talk to you about here shortly is something we don't always do that. That's a $1,500 fee. We don't always do that. And I think you'll understand once I explain what I've given you today as to how much that will end up helping the city over the next several years. But with the Board of Works approval, it'd be nice to get this taken care of so I can get it back to them, because we'll be looking at January 1 for the first call community crossings to start applying for that grant. And I think it stops January 31. So we have to have it in by January 31st. And this will enable us to sit down with the mayor of the Board of Works and Councilmatic Committee to talk about what streets we want to look at paving with the 325 that we'll be getting, 325,000 we'll be getting this year in the budget.
Jason, I spoke with Alicia about signatures today, and she expressed that if a member is attending remotely, such as Megan tonight, that unless it's a document that requires signatures, that whoever's in attendance can sign, and it should be sufficient. If we need more, then we can have the absent person sign at a later date. But I believe this document would be acceptable with these two signatures.
That's fine. I didn't want to bother Megan. I know she's not feeling well, but I wasn't sure what we had to do legally to make sure that was good to go, so.
As long as we have a majority, which we do, we're fine. If we want Megan to sign it later and then give it back to them later, that's fine. But I don't think this is going to BFNS.
Yes,
I don't think they're going to care.
yeah.
So will we be able to use the restricted funds then to pay for this?
To pay for the cost?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the one we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
The contract
Yeah,
cost.
we could. if
Yeah,
we needed
the
to. Yeah.
restricted funds,
sure.
because I know that maybe we haven't spent all that we should or need to out of that, so
Sure.
I don't know where we are on.
Sure. I'm not sure either, but I do know, like I said, that 1,500 in there will not be something we'll see all the time. The other two will probably always be there, and it's usually I don't think it's went up since 17 when I've
Yeah.
had them do it, so it's been right around that $8,000 to $9,000 area.
Can you repeat the number on that
Um,
contract for me, the
It's
cost?
90. Hang on. Yeah.
That's what I've got.
Okay.
Let me find it. It's not on the page you might think it'd be on. It's like 2 or 3 in. Yeah, 98.50.
Thank you.
Can I see that, Jason's? I'll make a motion that we accept the agreement between the city of Frankfurt and Butler, Fairman, Seifert for $9,850.
I will second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you. You
I
can
think
keep
there's
that.
a
'Cause I
place
need you to
for
your
some-
signature on it, send it back. Thank you. I'll take care of a couple quick ones in here, and I'll go over what I was talking about with MVH. But I wanted to reach out or just kind of speak to the RDC. I approached the mayor a couple weeks ago, and there's an area up in front of the Hawker Title and also Power Little and Little that we've been weed eating and around a light pole for quite a while now, and nobody really kind of knew who that belonged to, so the street department just went and weed killed and weed eated around it all the time. But I thought it would make it look a lot nicer down there if we were able to just put new concrete around those posts. And I reached out to Joe Palmer, and he got with the RDC, and the RDC agreed to go ahead and concrete around those posts. They were already going to be working over on Main Street anyway, and I know the people at Hawker Title that reached out to me, and my staff will definitely appreciate it. But it does look so much better down there now that there was a post right in front of that Power Little and Little, and then I think either on I can't remember if it was on the south side or north side of the above ground, there was another spot that the RDC actually paid for to go ahead and concrete that for us. So I just want to let the board know that was done, and it looks really nice down there, and we appreciate Campos for doing that. So the signs on Main Street, Mayor, are down. We took
Okay,
those down
thank you.
today, so I want to make sure you knew
Thank you.
that was all done, and I'll let Steve know that tonight when he comes in. So that's all taken care of. And then the last thing I wanted to go over is, and this started probably 3 years ago, I think, maybe even before that. I can't remember if the mayor was the clerk treasurer or the mayor at the time, but I know her and I talked about it. But when Community Crossing started, it was kind of a write-in type of grant that you had to do, and they changed over the years to going obviously on the computer now, and and mapping and things like that. Well, when we started mapping, the first year that when we paved Washington Avenue, east of where the big projects were. So from Hoke all the way out to Mash Road, I started looking at the map, and I tried to get that into our CCMG at one time, and they're like, well, it doesn't work. No, you can't do it. I'm like, what do you mean you can't do it? I mean, I know it's my street. So I started looking at that and some other things, and one thing led to another, and I found out that Meadowbrook subdivision, South Ridge subdivision, Garney's subdivision east of Mash Road, all those streets that are listed on your paper there, Bob Sanders Drive, Adrian Marks Drive, Glenview Court, Coin Drive, Coin Lane, things that some that's been around quite a while. The city wasn't getting paid for that. And it was something that obviously over the years, and we can't worry about that any longer, but we've lost a lot of funding over the years with all those. You obviously know. I was the fourth house in Southridge back in 1994. So we haven't been getting funding for that MPH side, which for those of you who don't know, that's kind of how that's money that goes into our budgets that we're able to use. So in talking to BF&S, they had been working with me, Bruce Spires, for a couple years now to try to figure out if we're not going to be able to recoup any of that, but all those roads that you see on there now are going to be roads that we can use for our MVH funding, which is huge for the city. I mean, we're talking, I didn't even count how many, I know at least 40.
46.
Yeah, 46 different stretches of roadway, some small, some large, is now going to be in our MVH funding, which is, so I appreciate Bruce and his group at BF&S helping us get that done. And it was kind of one of those things that I don't think we ever would have known if that particular situation with community crossings wouldn't have showed itself and enabled us to go ahead and go after this. And I can't tell you how much money that'll be. I think it just depends on the road segment and how large it is, but it is funding that we will be getting that we haven't been getting over a lot of years, depending on how long those roads have been there. So, and it obviously, Fred Carter was really helpful in this. Fred's a super guy. He helped me out. He's helped me out. I've bounced questions off of him since I started in 15, but we went back to look at South Ridge because Fred owned that property when I bought my home there. And he was able to go over some things with me, and we went back to figure it out. But the nice thing about it now is any road that we add, like the Phase 2 section of South Ridge, Phase 2 section of Meadowbrook that's coming, those will all be able to be added, and we'll start getting payment for all those. And maybe back in the day that somebody just didn't think about it. I don't know, but it, I know we lost some money, but at the same time we're gonna gain some money now, and anything we do moving on, we got several divisions coming in, some that are looking, and we'll be able to take an opportunity and get those back. So I just wanted to share that information with the mayor and the Board of Works, and I'll probably share that with the council tonight. That's something that, like I said, has been going on for a couple years, and when I was talking to Bruce about some other things, the contract today, I asked him about that, and he sent that to me about a half hour later. So it was good news. So
Thank you, Jason,
Thank you.
for working on that.
That's
So
all.
do we turn this in, or how does that work? And then we'll probably be behind
He's
it.
already done everything we needed to
Okay.
do. So it's turned in to NDOT, to the state,
Good.
and then we'll start to see that. We should start to see that in 2024.
Okay. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Building Services, Don Stock.
Good evening, members. Thanks for, Megan, hope you're doing well.
Thank you, Don.
Mine are just basically updates of things going on my side of the office. Whether you are familiar or understand what happened this weekend after the veterans program on Saturday, there was an elderly man that was walking down Main Street, and because North Fork and Southern didn't get the crossing fixed this year, he had fallen in between the rails of the track there on Main Street and broke his nose and a lot of facial damage. And so it was brought to my attention today about trying to get that fixed, and I believe we're going to get that taken care of. I ended up calling a gentleman by the name of Keith from North Fork and Southern, and somewhere in the next 2 weeks, they'll do a cold patch to fix it temporarily, and then I guess next spring they'll be doing closing the crossing and redoing the crossing, and then they'll take care of it all properly in the spring. But at least there'll be asphalt in between the rails so that when people walk across, there won't be that drop. It's a major drop. They put their gravel base in, but they just never came and finished it out because they didn't fix the crossing. So wanted you to be aware that that has been taken care of, hopefully. We'll keep tabs on that. If it doesn't happen in 2 weeks, I'll call my man back. Speaking of North Fork and Southern, Jason, and I know the last thing you want is more things to look at, but with the new 28 project completed in the CSX crossing there on 28, there's a lot more weeds that are growing up there along the curb and all of that railing or whatever it is that's in there. And I don't imagine CSX will come and clean that up. So if you can take a look at that, there's some pretty good weeds up there already. Lately, the house or the lot on 859 West Boone Street, it's owned by the city. I believe that this is a property that used to belong to the Rapp family, and with a removal of a home, it became the city of Frankfort's. And I've had like 2 people over the last 2 days call and ask about this property. So I've sent them on to Alicia. Sorry, but that's what I was told to do. So I just find it interesting that all of a sudden these 2 lots have become, and both lots are pretty good size to be able to put homes on. So hopefully we can get that all well and taken care of. Meadowbrook is coming close to a close here, as hopefully coming to the Plan Commission before the end of the year. I talked to Clem today, and we're doing some finalizing on the plans and drawings. We got some little more information to come in from the utility side that we're waiting on. Hopefully we'll have that this weekend, and if so, then I'm hoping that if not at the end of the year, the first of next year, the Meadowbrook subdivision will be coming to the Plan Commission. This coming Plan Commission meeting, we're going to be looking at our city zoning map that we redid. If you remember correctly, when we brought it before the council, we said that there may be some changes made in the C residential districts, as we have missed some multifamily dwellings that are already in existence. So we're going to go before the Plan Commission this month to find out how they want to advertise the change of zoning that will occur. There's a few that we're looking at to get taken care of. So we'll see what they have to say as far as how we go about addressing that and working on that after the first of the year. And then finally, we are not coming before the Board of Works for an ADA plan. That's coming before the City Council. We'll be presenting that plan to the council members for their signature, and then hopefully that'll allow us to start meeting and start looking at our first project, which is all the city buildings. And if we can get that taken care of, then hopefully December we'll be off and running on that in the ADA process. And that's all I have.
Agenda, it is for tonight.
It is. Mm-hmm. And I thank Alicia. I thought we had it all grammarly correct, but it was not. And so I thank her for that. I had to redo the copies that go to the council because we wanted them to have the proper. And that's good. I'm glad you did. It probably saved a lot of embarrassment for me and somebody saying, man, this isn't even close. So I'm very thankful. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Okay, building inspector, Bud McQuaid.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
A couple of things to talk about real quick. First of all, ADM, and there are several projects, after there's 3 that are going on, are coming along. They've been delayed through no fault of anybody except for the states, but our construction design and release is about been taken care of, and those projects will go hopefully in a fast pace. But that's moving along really well. Also out at the airport, the hangar renovations for the flight crews are in the drywall stage. And so hopefully that will be in the next few weeks turned over to them so they can start utilizing that area, bringing in their choppers, I suppose, and we get that. One of the issues that we have been working hard on, and Don's been involved with this also, is Mrs. Candace Bell out there on Williams and Clinton, the garage that's falling down. I did meet with her and with Alicia last week. She was also moderated basically that meeting. But I met with her on site and did indicate to her that I would be getting a report to her hopefully by the end of this week, and show what signs one way or the other if she wants to save. She really wants to try to save that building, but I think she needs to take a look at dollars and cents. I've been in the building. We'll go back, not tomorrow, but Wednesday, and take a look at it again. But I will give her a very honest opinion on it. And if she wants to spend that kind of money, because she asked me, she goes, how much will it cost if I put a new building up? I said, how big do you want? She goes, a 50 by 50. So I don't think she can, but anyway. But I did have a nice little conversation with her, and she's open to everybody's opinions on this thing. The last thing is down here on the corner of Jackson and the old the Monon crossing there. You've seen that little, not a little, a storage shed type of a building that's put in there. The owner of that tried to, for whatever reason, thinking he could just do whatever he wanted to. He cannot. He's got a stop work order on it. He is now in the process of working with a designer out of Indianapolis, or Lafayette, I should say, and he will, and is taking that to the state for their review. The state's aware of it. They said that we need to have it sent down to them. So something will happen to that soon. I told him it was fine if he wanted to go in and insulate it or do whatever he wants inside. He cannot hook anything up. But he's afraid he's going to get cold if he doesn't. But other than that, things are moving right along. We've been busy. A lot of projects, people renovating houses and so forth is going on right now. And to be honest with you, that was quite astonishing to me coming on here 6 weeks ago that as many houses are being renovated. Are there any questions? Good. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you. Parks Department, Joel Tatum.
First of all, I have a couple use applications for approval. I have a ratification for the Clinton County Republican Party to use the neighborhood center for their watch party for Election Day, and they are requesting a fee waiver.
I'll make the motion that we approve the GOP election watch at the neighborhood center and waive the fees.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
The next one I have is for Ashley Sheets. She would like to use the Encompass Event Center for a birthday party. They will be having food and as well as alcohol being catered by the Tipsy Mobile Bartending on March 16th of 2024.
I'll make a motion that we approve the application for the use of, Encompass Event Center for Ashley Sheets on March the 16th, 2024.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, that's been approved.
And the last one I have is for a Carrie Kiphart with AARP Tax Aid. They would like to use the neighborhood center on all Wednesdays and Thursdays from January 25th to April 11th. And they are requesting a fee waiver as well. This is for the free tax preparation services that they do every year.
I'll make that motion that we approve the Carrie Kiphart's application for the free tax preparation fee waived at the neighborhood center for the dates presented.
Well, second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, there's approval for that as well.
Okay, something I have that is not in your packet or anything is our greenhouse was damaged. The plastic was ripped, and so we're going to have it recovered. So I have a quote for $4,299 to have it recovered through Phillips Greenhouse, which is who recovered it the last time it was done as well.
How did it get damaged?
We believe an animal actually ripped it,
Oh,
but it was put on, I believe, in 2015, and you're
Oh.
really supposed to replace the plastic every 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
So we got our use out of it.
okay. And do you have the funding for that?
Yes, it will be coming out of the 200s.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion that we approve the request for $4,299 to repair the greenhouse at the park.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay,
Just a few updates. Christy, Katie Ann, and I will be going to the Indiana Park and Recreation Association's conference tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we should be coming back with a lot of great ideas, as well as on last week, the hole in the fence at Prairie Creek Park was fixed. So as of right now, there is no hole. We'll see
That's
if that
great.
continues
That's
that way,
great
but
right now.
as
Great
of right now,
news.
there is no hole in the fence.
let's hope we keep it that way. Okay.
We're just working away putting up Christmas lights, so we only have 10 days left.
I know, unbelievable. It'll be here before we know it.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Joel.
Yes, thank you, Joel. Okay, community development, Kimberly.
Good evening. I just have department updates. We received, as of today, the check from Community Foundations for $20,000 to go towards our Frankfurt housing feasibility and downtown parking feasibility study. So we'll be working on that with Carol. All things are year-end projects, so working with Small Business Saturday, Christmas parade coming up, all sorts of fun things with that. Tomorrow is Muffins with the Mayor at 8:30 at Core, so we will be over there. And then, as a side note, FEMA has accepted most of our disaster relief, and so checks will be coming in from the state and FEMA in the next couple weeks before year end. So.
And that's at 75%, is that right?
Yes, so they have one for each of the departments, so there'll be, and then one for utilities as well.
Okay. And Kimberly, we did talk today about a iPad or what was it you wanted to know about?
Yeah, so we don't always have to use my laptop, not that we can't, but
Yeah.
to be able to use one single device, and it can actually be moved around, so we'll be working
We
with
do have
Carol
money in
on that.
Board of Works supplies. I think it's something we probably need to invest in. What did you say the cost approximately?
They're roughly between 500 and 800, depending on.
So are you okay with that? Okay. Thank you.
That's all I've got.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Carol, do you want to talk to us about the handbook?
Yes, we recently discovered some wording in our perf fund verbiage in the handbook that needed corrected, and Cheryl worked with Jeremy York on that and got it fixed. I sent you, Megan, unfortunately, I didn't get you a copy sent, but there is just one area that he corrected for us and changed the wording to reflect our actual policy. It was something we couldn't figure out how it ever was incorrect, but it is correct now, and we just wanted to submit the handbook to you for that approval.
Yeah, and Megan, that change specifically was all employees are eligible to participate in PERF on day one of employment with the city of Frankfort. That's the change that was made.
The wording incorrectly said that there was a 1-year waiting period.
Is that, can a copy of the revised page go in my mailbox and I'll swap it out in my handbook then?
Of course.
Or either that or email me that page?
Yes, I can do both.
Do you email that out to current employees so they have that to update, or how does that work? Just to departments?
Typically, we send it to the department head electronically, and then they can disseminate that to their employees as needed.
Okay.
And then we have
Yeah.
the handbook
And-
on our website.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to we've got a nice new handbook, Carol, that you worked with Jeremy to get out to us, and I just want to
Keep it
make sure we
updated.
can keep it current. Yeah.
I agree.
I'll make a motion that we accept the change in the employee manual as presented tonight.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, that change has been made to the handbook. Now, Alicia, our city attorney.
Alrighty, so first thing is the fuel bid. We have one bid from Co-Alliance. For gasoline, it was $2.78 a gallon. And for diesel, on-road premium, I'm assuming, 3.1869, and then for off-road, 3.1899.
Is that fixed?
Yes,
Yeah, that's the
those are
fixed.
fixed price.
Okay.
And then they also had a floating price bid for gasoline. The float price was 2.4268, and for diesel, for on-road, it was 3.5454. For off-road, it was 3.5484. So,
And we only received the one bid.
Yeah.
So, and that is for how many gallons did we?
70,000 gallons of
Okay.
gasoline and then 60,000 gallons of diesel.
Are you ready to award that, or would you like to table it, or I'm good with that for the fixed. I'm more inclined to go to
Same
fixed.
as well. Yeah, we increased our gallons for this bid, so
Mhm.
I'll make the motion that we approve the bid from Alliance on their fixed rate costs for both gas and diesel.
I second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And I assume you're here with Co-Alliance, back row. Okay, so we just approved your bid. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty, ready to move on? Okay, and then the other two things that I've got, there are two resolutions for special purchases of two different fire trucks. One is for a Quint and one is for a pumper. I did two separate resolutions just because for the special purchasing statute, I thought that would be a little bit easier to do. But essentially, we are at a point where if we continue to wait on the fire trucks, the prices continue to rise. We haven't had luck in finding anything less expensive, is my understanding. And these fire trucks meet all of our needs. If we are able to purchase them, we will be able to lock in that price at this point. And so the special purchase of the pumper, that one is for $876,937. And the special purchase of the Quint, that one is for $1,723,300.
Look at your updated one.
Do I not have the updated?
It should be in your stack that I laid there.
Yeah, we got an updated quote from Chief. And that is the price if we were to pay closer to purchase.
Oh, I thought it was here.
It's in there.
There,
There it is.
okay, because I had the old one. Okay, so it's
there you go.
this one,
Yes. that one.
723, okay.
Yep. And so these resolutions would just authorize the special purchase of the fire truck from McQueen Equipment LLC for those two trucks.
Those need to be separate.
Yeah, I have two separate resolutions, so they'll have two separate numbers. So as long as you say both numbers, I'm fine with them being together. But we just need to include them both in the minutes.
And can I say something just real quickly? As we are bringing this up tonight to the city council, as far as the funding for these things, the one for the $1,723,300, we're not going to right now finance that, but we're going to put our order in because it's still 30 to 36 months to receive
Right.
that. The $876,937, we are going to be approving additional appropriations and funding for that so that we can go ahead and get that. And it's the same timeline, right, about? Or
So
a little bit less?
The Quint is actually 44 to 47 months at this point, and the other one is the pumper is 27 to 30 months at this point per the quotes. So the Quint fire truck, that one, the council will be presented with a resolution to fund that fire truck with a bond from the Indiana Bond Bank closer to the purchase, closer to the date that it is actually completed. So there are different ways that you can fund them. You can either fund them upfront and pay for them upfront, or you can fund them closer to when they are actually completed. And since that truck is going to take so long to be completed, one of the options that was discussed with Reedy was the opportunity to fund it at a later date to save interest. And so instead of paying for the truck now and having interest on that bond for 3 years while it's being completed or 2 years while it's being completed, the idea is that you would just fund it at a later date. And so that's what's going on with that truck. And then with the pumper truck, that one would be funded with an additional appropriation, and that would be paid for upfront with a partnership with the ARPA funds and some other funds. So that's the idea with the two trucks. So those will be brought before the city council tonight as well. And if the funding is approved, then those will be purchased.
Can you tell me again the timeline for the?
Yeah. So the Quint, according to the most recent, it's 44 to 47 months.
Any other one I have it, so.
Yep.
Any chance of earlier, Matt?
Right. But the timeline just keeps getting larger and larger for these trucks. And unfortunately, the price keeps getting greater and greater. And so if we're able to get the price locked in, then that would mean that we'd get on the list and we'd be able to actually get a truck in 47 months or so, as opposed to continuing to wait till who knows how long. So.
I'll make a motion that we approve Resolution 23-12 and Resolution 23-13 for the purchase of a pumper and a quint for the Frankfurt Fire Department.
We need amounts specified.
They're in the resolution, so as long as we've got the resolution number, we should be fine. Thank you, Megan.
Okay, just double checking. And so I will second the motion.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay, Matt, get those ordered so we can get them.
We'll wait until we have funding.
Yeah, till we have funding,
And then get
but,
them ordered.
but we're in pretty good shape, really.
One
With
step,
the one you
one step
can.
closer.
Yeah.
One step
Yeah.
closer.
Okay. Hopefully, it'll be sooner than later. Okay. Did you have anything else? Okay.
Not for this meeting.
I know. Wait till the council meeting. Everybody should come back to the council meeting tonight. Okay. Any unfinished business?
Nope.
Okay. Under new business, I have a resignation from Tina Stock. I'm really sad to lose her. She's been working for the city for 12 years, and she's really going to be missed. I'm going to tell you. She does a lot and keeps a lot of things going on my behalf. So I will read her letter of resignation. Dear Mayor Sheets, I'm writing to inform you that I am resigning my position as administrative assistant, and my last day will be Friday, December 1st, 2023. It was a difficult decision, but I need to be able to focus on my family. It has been an honor to work as your administrative assistant, and I take great pride in all that we have been able to accomplish. Thank you for the opportunity to serve my community. I look forward to seeing what you can do in your second term. Please let me know what I can do to help with the transition over the next few weeks. Very sincerely, Tina Stock. So, do we want to accept her resignation or not?
I will make the motion that we accept Tina's gracious letter of resignation and wishing her nothing but the best in her next endeavors and with her family.
And I'll second that motion, Megan.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Megan Sheets.
Aye.
Okay. We want to thank Tina for her many years of service and her dedication to our community and all she's done for the mayor's office, for me particularly. Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
Do not.
Carol?
I do not.
Anybody? Okay. I'll take the motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you here in about 40 minutes for the next meeting. Oh,
Okay. One down.
one down.